The Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Cook running right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early. This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
On 4th down, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Here's Watson.
Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. Touchdown! Nick Chubb, 41 yards. And the Browns are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drive.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Ed Oliver drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
But for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports.
Now Allen again.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. They run again on first down, Chubb. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Watson now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Gregory Rousseau
able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo.
Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half. And now the rookie's free. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They begin this drive with Chubb, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Give the credit there to Jordan Phillips getting in the backfield for the tackle for loss.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards. On 1st and 10, Watson. And here he's got Graham. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now it's Watson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From the 10. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. On first down, Allen. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And some room to roam now. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
131 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now they'll throw with Allen. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
To throw is Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that a lot may be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a first down. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Browns. Jakeem Grant, 55 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Allen will try again on second down. Rolling to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on third and long. Back to throw. Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Incomplete to Cook. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. One quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, Cook. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. It's complete to Cook. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Milton Williams coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped the yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this Browns defense stands tall. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The handoff to Ford up the middle, and he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Brought down by Ed Oliver.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They run it again with Chubb.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Hines now on the return.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Allen.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play.